Here we go then, it's Monday, it's the start of the week and we are back at Villa Park. And since you have been away, we beat Fulham 2-1, we beat Newcastle 3-0, beat Crystal Palace 3-0, lost 3-1 to Manchester United, lost 1-0 in the FA Cup to Tottenham, so we're out of that as well, and beat Cardiff 2-0 in the last game. Hudson Enrique getting both goals in that one. So today we play Watford away and we play Spurs at home on the telly. In terms of goals, Hudson Enrique has been chipping in with goals. Federico Perillo got 2 there in the game against Crystal Palace. He got obviously the 2 in the game against Coventry last game of the last episode. Nikita Rog getting 1 there. Hudson Enrique again. Philip Baumann getting 1 against Manchester United. That means that the squad looks like this. Federico Perillo has now got 10 goals. Hudson Enrique, Philip Baumann have got 6. And then Tulio, Jamie Brown and Martin Neto have got 2. And in terms of assists, Martin Neto has 7. Gilles Lemieux has 5. Philip Baumann, Carlos Grisales, Ewan McMillan all have 3. So for the league table, that means that we are in 9th place, 39 points from 26 games. Watford sit in 12th. And Spurs sit in 15th, so there's a chance to hopefully pick up 6 points from this episode. And we are going to get into the first game of today. It is away against Watford. It's Formasano in goal, Dubois, Brown, Suarez and McMillan, Tulio in front of them, Neto and Enrique in the centre midfield, Kozol on the left, Rog on the right and Baumann up front. I just realised that the transfer window has happened since the last time you were with us. So we brought in a couple of players. So right at the end of the transfer window, we brought in Thomas Kozol from Slavia Prague for £4.5 million, 17 dribbling, 17 free kick taking, 16 flair, decent physicals. He's 24, 3.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential, pretty much maxed out where he's now. There's his stats if you want to pause that. Cuts inside from the left and runs with the ball often. Next in was Jose Wearison from Santos for £7 million. He's a central midfielder, 24, not expected to improve any more than what he already is. Physically decent, apart from the fact he can't jump. Good work rate down there as well. Good passing, good first touch. Finishing is okay for a centre midfielder. And lastly, we brought in Milan Van Driel from FC20 for £11 million, rising to 12.25 million. I believe, yes, he has gone back out on loan to FC20. So just have a quick look at his numbers there. Good balance, natural fitness and pace are okay. Acceleration's 15. 18 years of age, 4.5 star potential. So room for him to grow into that. Hopefully crossing 12, dribbling 11. If you can get that finishing up as well, those 3 stats could be very, very good going forward. So we gave you the team lineup. Let's get into the opening game. Half an hour into this game now, we've been on the back foot for most of it as Brown gives it to Neto and gets it back. Tulio into Dubois now, cutting infield, has to go back outside on his left foot into Martin Neto. Infield to Dubois, crosses in, Hudson Enrique, falls to Baumann, and Philip Baumann puts in for his 7th of the season. Lovely little finish there, side-footed in, first shot on target, first goal, half an hour on the clock is 1-0. Dubois did excellently on the left-hand side here, went back to Martin Neto, received it back from Neto to Dubois, chips it in, Hudson Enrique went for it, and the slide tackle just fell to Philip Baumann, who put it into the back of the net, side-footed it in, it's 1-0. Free kick here, probably a little bit too far out, I would say, as Fenn takes it and Formasano tips onto the bar and McMillan can head it away and Enrique gives it back to the defender who smashes it upfield over halfway and we get away with one there. Like I said, we haven't been good today at all. Watford have been the more dominant side, but it looks as if we're going to go in 1 at half time. Hopefully we can create something. McMillan looks down the line for Rog. Rosas gets the ball off him and gives it to Henderson. He looks long. And Suarez can take it down under a bit of pressure. Infield to Tulio now. Up towards Enrique. Ball over the top. And that will go straight into the grateful hands of Henderson in the Watford goal. We've come back into the game a little bit since the opening half an hour or so as McMillan takes it down and then gives it to Rock. Goes back to Suarez. All the way back to Formasano in the Villa goal. Brown into Tulio now. Looks out to the left hand side in Kozol. Neto. Infield to Tulio. Forward to Enrique. Baumann, there's men running past him. Kozol's one of them. Is he going to shoot? He does shoot and Henderson gets down to his right hand side, gets his hand down and saves it. It's out for a corner kick. Don't know what was happening there with those 2 Watford players stood on the edge of the box as 1L's gone through Neto and it's going to be a red card. Is that a straight red? I think it is. Yeah, straight red card just before the hour mark and it is 1-0 against 10 men and the stats look pretty even now after that first half an hour where we were really under the cosh and there's 20 minutes to play. Still Watford 0, Aston Villa 1. Corner kick now on the far side. Fenn will take it in swinger. Puts the ball in. Uka gets up and heads over, and he probably should have done better there, should have at least hit the target as we move now into the final 5 minutes of this game. As Watford have another corner, Fen whips this one, Oka heads over again. That's 2 good chances he's had here late on from corners. The worrying thing is that he's been able to win both headers comfortably, hasn't hit the target, and we've walked away here with a 1-0 victory. Poor start, but we got the goal. Philip Baumann slotting in after a mistake at the back, and we win 1-0. We stay in 9th, and we close the gap on those European places. No changes as we host Spurs in this game. Former signer Dubois, Brown, Suarez and McMillan, Tulio, Neto and Enrique in the midfield, Kozol on the left, Rog on the right, Baumann up front. Look at those lines now, no longer broken, all connecting the dots really, really nicely. Jose Wearison is going to be on the bench for this game as well. So let's get into it. Villa versus Spurs, 9th against 12th. Let's get another win. Dubois with the throw into Kozol. Back to Tulio now. Got a lot of time and space. Goes back to Suarez, his first time ball into McMillan. Enrique. Tackle goes in. Rog. Went to come infield but goes back out wide on the right hand side. Hugging the touchline now. Infield to Enrique. Back to Rog. Can he get away from his man and get the crossing? He can't. But he goes infield to Enrique. Back to the edge box and Tulio. Into Rog, who's got into the box. Neto! I thought that was in then. Just seemed to loft it over the goalkeeper, and it just went the wrong side of the post as Kozol will take this corner kick. Brown doesn't hit the target, and that is very, very poor. We've started really well today. We're only a point behind Leeds, 2 points behind Manchester City, 5 behind Chelsea in 6th place, and 6 behind, I think it was Manchester United there in 5th, as Neto heads the ball down. Baumann there, back to goal, gives it back to Tulio, receives it back from him. Now Rog, inside right channel, back to Tulio again. Baumann trying to find a way through. Dubois got forward from the left fullback position into Kozol. Is Dubois going to get back? He does. Into Baumann. Lays it back for Hudson Enrique, who just strokes into the bottom corner. It's 1-0 and it's going to be checked for something. Philip Baumann offside, apparently. It's going to count. It's 1-0. Dubois on the left-hand side. Back into Kozol. Dubois received it back. Hit the ball into Baumann, who just touched it into the path of Enrique. Lovely finish into the bottom corner. 1-0. Arujo. Back to Ugarte. Struik. Illich. Baumann cuts that out though into Hudson Enrique. Back to Suarez now. Suarez goes over halfway. Into Hudson Enrique. Rog inside right channel. Into Baumann. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper and blazes it over the bar. That is a very poor miss there early on in the second half. Coming up to the hour mark now. Still 1-0. Kiergaard, he was the man, I think he scored a hat-trick against us last game of last season, has done nothing yet. Spurs haven't at all, to be honest. As we now are 70 minutes in, it's still one shot on target, one shot for them, and they've produced nothing. Under 10 minutes left on the clock now as Tanganga can pick up that loose ball into Hudson Enrique. Space to give it to Baumann. Kozol's got him from the left-hand side, and it's a good save by Danny. And it remains 1-0. So Spurs are very, very deep in this formation. There is less than, well, we're into stoppage time now, and the time has ticked away, and it is another 1-0 victory. Boring Villa. 2 1-0 victories in this episode. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. And with that, we now sit, I think that might move us up. No, we stay in 9th place, level on points with Manchester City, 1 behind Leeds, 3 behind Chelsea, 6 behind Manchester United, who are in 5th, and 8 behind West Ham in that last Champions League spot. And we'll have a quick look at the schedule, tell you when we're going to come back for in the next episode. Just looking through what we've got. So we've got 3 games in March, 4 in April and 3 in May. I think we've already played Wolves this season on camera. We've already played Arsenal. I think we're going to come back and I think we're going to play West Ham and Liverpool next time. We're going to play Leeds and Man City off camera, come back for West Ham and Liverpool, and then we're going to come back for the final few games of the season, Brighton, Southampton and Chelsea, where we look to get a bit of revenge on Brighton after they really FM'd us in that game earlier on in the season. It was a 3-3 draw. We're just going to get the stats up for it right now. 4 shots against, 3 shots on target, 3 goals. We absolutely dominated the stats, but late goals from Dembele on 79 and 90 minutes, getting the draw for them. So that is the plan of action for the next 2 episodes. Next up, it will be West Ham and Liverpool in the league, and then after that we'll come back for the final 3 games of the season, Brighton, Southampton and Chelsea, where hopefully we have something to play for. We have one of these European spots to play for. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.